Men of Reddit, what are women not ready to hear? We wouldn't date you if you were a worm. As a woman, I was not prepared to hear this. 10 out of 10 answer. My girlfriend said she'd still love me if I were a snail. I mean, I'd love you if you were a snail and I'm not even your girlfriend. But that's just because I love snails. Sorry ma'am, my snail form is taken. See. It's your hair clogging the drains. Edit. Tie every 1 to 3. It really is. How could she think it's mine when nowhere on my body I've hair that's even half as long as the ones I pull out of the drain? Have this argument all the time. It's really draining. 10 hours of Cotton Eye Joe. To be honest, I don't think I am either. But where did he come from? And where did he go? Where did you come from, you, Cotton Eye Joe? Damn, what a waste of an account. Seriously, you look fine. Every outfit she wears looks great. I really don't have strong feelings about which one if I'm being given a choice. They're all great. She looks great. Let's get going so we don't miss the opener. You prefer who is wearing the outfit instead of the outfit itself. You are not good at sex just because you let me do it to you. I am not a masseuse and you are not a customer. Meet me halfway. Unfortunately, a lot of girls grow up understanding sex as something that happens to them rather than something they participate in. Like it's been studied years ago. And honestly is kinda terrifying to think about. This is very true. It's a common thought that young guys are uncontrollable hormone monsters that can only think and talk about sex and are masturbating all the time. It's a big joke. But that really means that it's an open secret for boys that they are into sex, and finding out what they like and what turns them on. Girls hit puberty, too, and have hormones and all that, so I am not sure what they think is going on for them, but it's definitely not the same thing. Girls are on the other side of the joke, thinking the boys are gross animals who only think of one thing. The thing is, nobody even puts the ideas in the girls' heads that having sex and orgasms is something that is fun and pleasurable, a natural instinct of sorts. It's a given that men are following some biological imperative, but it's oddly one-sided. How many jokes in movies are there about boys jerking off? Is there a girl out there who doesn't know how boys give themselves orgasms? I bet plenty of young people, girls included, don't know how women do it. Easy, I know how girls masturbate. They just grab their penis and, wait a minute. I'm ashamed to admit I didn't masturbate till I was 24. I grew up extremely religious and honestly sadly I didn't know anything about my body. My rendition of Unchained Melody. Hanging out with my friends without you, her, is healthy, and same goes for her hanging out with her friends. It's good for your mental health. Exactly. Being attached at the hip isn't healthy for anyone. Diamonds are a scam. I want moss agate, damn it. Looks like the forest trapped in a stone just for me, link for reference. Wow, that is stunning. The tale of Darth Plagueis the Wise. It's not a story the Jedi would tell you. It's a Sith legend. When you ask, what are you thinking about? And we say, nothing, it's almost always the truth. We are very much capable of shutting off our minds and living in the moment. Yep. Men have a power-saving mode. Additionally, there are some times when I was thinking about something so ludicrous that I don't think it's productive to share. That's what it is for me. I have a super active imagination and I respect her time too much to explain why I'm thinking what I'm thinking, and it rarely has any real context to the situation, so I'm just sparing her from losing precious minutes of her life with my nonsense. Edit. I cannot express how much joy I've gotten from reading these random thoughts. I could read them for hours, be able to relate, and smile at knowing we aren't all that different. I'd have a beer with so many of you, and happily pay. Edit 2. We need to expand this gorilla versus orangutan debate. I'm fascinated. Oh, I tell people what I'm thinking anyway. I like to think that I'm making their life slightly more interesting by sharing whatever weird-ass thought process my ADHD brain has come up with. Like if they're asking me what I'm thinking, they're probably bored, so why not entertain them with whatever rabbit hole I've gone down at the moment? If they don't want to hear about the potential difficulties of building a waterfall in my bedroom or what I've discovered about Irish lacemaking, then they'll stop asking me to share my thoughts soon enough. Amen. If you can't handle me at my rough draft thesis comparing Scandi and Celtic folklore iconography, then you don't deserve me at my step-by-step instructions on how to replace your bathroom drywall. That, even if I don't say it 15 times a day, I do love you. How come you never tell me you love me anymore? I told you on our wedding day. If anything changes, I'll let you know. That feels like it could be a Red Foreman quote. That yes, your butt does look big in those pants. Yeah, but that's the trend now, so that's probably considered a good thing. True. It wasn't back in the late 90s when my ex-wife asked that question. The answer didn't go over well. Don't ask a question if you don't want an honest answer. I was born in 97 and this is just so hard to wrap my head around. Like people didn't like big butts. They're the best. Big butts were very much appreciated. In fact, one person famously gave a dissertation on his appreciation of them, and it was so moving, that he was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II. That's how he came to be known as Sir Mix-a-Lot. Y'all are too fucking mean to yourselves. Fucking allow yourselves some grace. Fucking love yourselves, damn it. Seabat, apparently. I'm still trying to figure out how one would thrust to the rhythm. Yeah, can't tell if it's the drums or the melody. I can only imagine the melody since his EXGF immediately recognized the rhythm his hips were moving to. It's so insanely awkward and unique it can't be anything else. We're not mind readers. If you want us to know what you want or what you're thinking, you have to tell us. With detail. A flowchart if possible. Yeah, but a real flowchart, not just one in your head that we're supposed to automatically know. Playing hard to get wastes both our time. Most of the time the guy will just move on. Absolutely. Dated a girl that I've met at my cousin's wedding. We managed to go on one date, couple phone calls and we're texting daily. This was over a period of 3 months. At some point I just stopped texting back. Next time I saw my cousin she asked me what happened. The girl apparently said that she never met a man like me and she was so disappointed when I stopped texting back. Girl, I've tried to go out with you for 3 straight months. What the hell do you expect me to do? Question mark. If she's doing shit that annoying that early then you dodged a big bullet. The majority of your friend groups from the outside look riddled with toxic positivity as a way to mask the male equivalent of just not talking about emotions. A lot of fake caring goes around but also a lot of real open caring, which is good. When a woman is blatantly cruel to a man it's generally more accepted and they are capable of being straight up kinda creepy with no repercussions in any way and sometimes use that with their friends ignoring it entirely. Reminds me the old men socialize by insulting each other, but they don't really mean it. Women socialize by complimenting each other, and they don't really mean it either. I'm at a wedding this weekend and this is absolutely true. You can feel the difference between the groomsmen and bridesmaids speaking to each other. Like the men genuinely enjoy each other's presence and the women are all faking it. There's a hint of tension in the air when they have to socialize with each other, but of course it's nothing but smiles and compliments. I'd totally marry that girl if her eyelashes were longer, no man in human history. Same to be said about lips being bigger. That we also like to be complimented. And when we don't for a long period of time, it can start to hurt. I'm still riding on that one compliment from a girl in high school who said my eyebrows look nice. Sometimes I have a different opinion than you. And each time we do, it's not necessarily a personal fucking attack. Is that what we're going to do today, fight? I am not your ex. I am not your father. My ex used to tell the same. The crazy part was that she used to get irritated, angry whenever I don't behave like him. She used to get irritated, angry whenever I don't behave like him. My ex, good call. Dresses with pockets are great and all, but every straight woman needs to learn what every man and butch lesbian already knows. Cargo pants are the true zenith of functionality when it comes to on-person storage, and now they're even making women's cargo pants. Not men's cargo pants in fancy colors, but actual tailored to fit women's cargo pants. I've been slowly converting my wife's entire staff to the cargo pants cult at her bakery after finding out that they're not banned in the dress code. Next step. The world. But are men ready for women to have usable pockets? We might take over the world. Real men welcome our well-stocked contemporaries. Bragging about how much men will give you or how much you can get out of them isn't a good look. Yeah, this one is good. It's an immediate turn off for me when I see that. The guys who give those types of women that attention and simp for them aren't the kind of guys they want to end up with anyways, and any guy who has sense of self-worth will be able to pick up that trait pretty quick in a woman and won't be interested. My mixtape coming out next month. Just because I'm ugly doesn't mean I'm a creep. Too many women have insulted me talking to their friends. Most of the time loud enough that I can hear it. Just keep your thoughts to yourself. We have feelings too. If you're one of those women who openly insult people for fun, know that you might be responsible for someone's suicide. I once was ordering food from a food truck, and after ordering I stood nearby and scrolled on my phone while waiting for my food, and all I could hear were a couple of girls talking about how creepy it was that I was there.